start your crochet, all you need is a ball of yarn and a crochet hook. Hooks come in a variety of sizes, and I'm using a 4mm hook here because a 4mm goes well with a standard ball of yarn known as double knitting weight. Start your crochet with a slip knot. Take your yarn, make a loop with the main piece of yarn underneath the top piece of yarn like that. Then you take the yarn into a loop, pull it through the loop you've just created and pull. This slip knot can then be shortened by just pulling on the long piece of yarn like that to make it fit. Put the hook through the loop you've just created and then pull on the long piece of yarn to tighten, and make sure it is at the end of the hook. Before you start to crochet, you need to create a foundation chain, which is a chain of stitches. To start your foundation chain, you have your loop on your hook, and then you take your long piece of yarn and you wrap it round the hook like this, which is called yarn over hook. Once you have done this, you get your loop that you already have and you pull the hook through the loop, and that creates your first chain. To create another chain, you do exactly the same. Pull your long piece of yarn around the hook and then pull the loop that is on the hook through it. And there are 2 chains. And then you make as many chains as you need to get started. Now you have your foundation chain, it's time to do your first row of crochet. This stitch is one of the most basic ones, and it is called, in this country, double crochet. But if you're in America, it is called single crochet, but as we're in England, I am going to be calling it double crochet. To start off, you need to work from the chain second to the one on the end. So we count 1 stitch, 2 stitch. You now get your hook and you put it into the middle of this stitch. Now you take your yarn, you put it around your hook again, and you draw it through one of the loops on the hook. Then you take your yarn again and you draw it through both loops, and that is your first double crochet stitch. To make another one, take the hook into the next stitch along, which is that chain there, put it back in, wind your yarn over and draw it through one loop on your hook. Then draw the yarn over again and pull it through both. And now you have 2 single crochet stitches.